with Faith and Fitness. I have a fun one for you today. If you've never taken one of my classes, you wouldn't know about ELASTICIZE. ELASTICIZE is about a 70% stretching routine mixed in with 30% core strengthening and conditioning. It incorporates balance, flexibility, stability, all of the above to give yourself a better quality of life and better quality of workout. It's about a 45 to 50 minute routine. Classes are only offered live at this time, but I thought I would show you a little clip-it because no one really knows what ELASTICIZE is. So the clip-it I'm about to show you is pre-cursed with a stretching routine. So it's about a whole song, 3 to 4 minutes of just stretching, warming up the muscles, getting them loose for the strengthening and conditioning routine to follow that. So they're back to back. It's about 6 to 7 minutes long, and boys, at a workout, I've done it 3 times, so you could have 3 different angles. So without further ado, your preview of ELASTICIZE. So before we get started, I just wanted to go over a few form points with you. Most of this routine is stretching, but as I mentioned before, the second half is a strengthening and conditioning section, which I always like to go over form because when you are engaging your core, you can hurt yourself if you're doing it improperly. We start in all fours pose for our strength section. Tummy's tight, engaging the core, shoulders back, away from the ears. Notice I have a little arch in my back. That's just my body. You may not. The goal is not to have an arch, just have a nice flat back. From here, we're gonna be lifting a working leg, still trying to maintain that flat back. Now, if you look from the side, you can see a much better angle. I'm at 90 degrees, my heel to my knee to my butt. And we're gonna be lifting through. Your starting point is always your hip. Try not to drop below that. When you fatigue, you're gonna want to. You can either go slower, but do not drop below that hip. Your second form point is on the straight leg raises, very similar to scorpions, except it's done with a straight leg. So from here, we do a few pulses. We're gonna straighten the leg down, bringing it up and down in the same form, same point of motion. Maintaining that flat back and not dropping below that hip flexor point. Your last form move is what I call a fire hydrant. So same thing, I love my 90-degree angles, nice flat back. You're gonna lift the working leg out to the side, giving you a little bit better angle here, lifting out to the side. So without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, so we're gonna start tummy's tight, lifting up tall, mountain pose, just kind of hanging loose, engaging our core. We're gonna start with our stretch to warm us up for our strength. Step a little bit past shoulder width apart, big reach overhead. Hold, hold. Shoulders in line with the hips, in line with the heels. Keep reaching. Flat back turn. So nice flat back, head neutral with the spine. Tummy's still engaged. From here, we're just gonna forward fold to the leg. Let's just drop. Breathe, relax. This is the stretching part, no need to freak out. We're holding. We're gonna bring it down to low lunge next, adjust the feet, turn to the side. Your weight is in your front heel and your back big toe. You'll see I have a nice straight back leg. Shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna turn to the front for spider lunge. Let those hips sink. You have 2 options. You can lift that supporting heel or you can keep it down. Depends on what you're feeling today. Hold, hold, hold. Feel that inner thigh stretch out. We're gonna bring it to a sumo stretch. Nice wide stance, pushing those knees back, feeling the stretch on both inner thighs right here. Breathe through it. Hands to the floor, bring it up, stretch it out, straddle stretch. We're gonna roll it up and get ready for the other side. Step in just a little bit. Shoulders down away from the ears. Once again, re-engage that core. Hold, hold. Shoulders back. Now flat back to the side. Now each toe should be pointed to a corner. Your weight should be equal between your feet, not too much in the heels, not too much in the toes. Head neutral with the spine. Let's bring it down to the leg, forward fold. Now you should be feeling this circle of energy. You should be feeling it up the calf, in the hamstring, and then out into the back. Trailing down into the neck. Let's bring it down to that low lunge. Weights in the front heel and back big toe. Again, nice straight back leg, nice flat back, head neutral with the spine. We're gonna turn to that front spider lunge, opening up those inner thighs, pushing this knee back, shoulders back, torso's lifted. Remember, you can lift a supporting heel or not. And we'll bring it back up to that sumo stretch, pushing both knees back, targeting both inner thighs. Hands to the floor, let's roll it all the way up. Step your feet together. Next up is a spinal roll. So we're gonna get the weight all the way in those heels. Bring it down, roll it up. So this is essentially a little squat from the side. It's a full squat, and then you roll up vertebrae to vertebrae through that spine, just loosening up that back. You got one more coming up. Now forward fold in staff pose, just roll down. Now the goal here, if you're not quite reaching the floor, is to reach the floor. If you are reaching the floor, is to have nice flat hands on the floor, and if your hands are flat, bend those elbows for me. Let's bring it down to a ball. We're just transitioning to our next move, which is our strength section. Drop to the knees. We're gonna hold all fours posed for a moment. Now get yourself ready here. Tummy's tight, shoulders back, all fours. I'm angled so you can see. You can obviously do this to the front, the side. If you have a mirror somewhere in your house, use it for your form. We're gonna get right into it. Let's lift that back leg, 90-degree angle with that knee. We're just gonna do 3-1 hold. So hold for 3, drop for 1. 1, 2, 3, drop. Tummy's tight. This is just the warm-up, getting those glutes motivated, as if that's a thing. Now singles, just pull through it. Woo! Tummy's tight the whole time. Push that heel through the ceiling. Coming up, we're gonna do straight leg raises at the same speed, on tempo. Straighten the leg, keep the foot flexed. Here we go. Woo! So again, keeping that core engaged so you don't have too much of an arch in that back. Not too much weight in the hands. 4, 3, get ready for 3-1 holds with the straight leg. Bring it up, hold. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6. 4. Breathe. 2 more. Side leg raises, fire hydrants, bend the knee 90 degrees, lift it up, hold, and drop. 6. Keep that core engaged. 4. Give me 2. Your stretch is coming. Down dog, stretch it out. Feel that stretch up the calves into the hammies. Walk the hands back to staff pose. Give it a little hold. Give it a little stretch. Hang out. Now walk it back. Drop to all fours. Lift the back leg or the left leg. We're gonna lift. Hold. 3 ones. 6. Adjust your form. 4. Keep that knee up. Pulse, please. Woo. Work through that heel. 8. 4, 3, keep going, straight leg raises. Woo! Halfway. Keep that core tight, keep that leg up. 3 ones next, hold it. Drop, lift, and drop, lift. Woo! 4 more. And 2. Side leg raises, bend it in, 90 degrees, bring it up, hold, and down. 7, home stretch, guys. 4, 2, down dog, stretch. Beautiful. Walk it back to your staff pose, and roll it up.
It's murder. Go crazy, berserker.